In this video, we will cover the next important topic of the C language, that is nothing but the array. Array is the evolved version over the variables. What is the actual need of array? Means why we are using the array concept in our C programming. That is, we have seen in the previously some examples or from the basic theory that a one variable stores a single data item. For example, integer x is a variable. How many numbers or how many values it will be allowed to store in it? There is a only single one value. Means for example, integer x equals to 10. But if you want to store 20, 30, 40, 50, like such for another values, then you have to compulsorily create another variables of the integer type. Means y equals to 20, z equals to 30, w equals to 40, p equals to 50. Like much for storing 5 different values, you have to create the 5 different variables. But means only one value can be stored in a memory using these variables. But we need to store large amount of data where we process collection of related data items. Means now I have given example of only 5 numbers, but it may happen that you have to store the 50, 100 numbers or calculate the sum of 50 numbers, sum of 100 numbers and so on. Then, how can we handle such situation? Means for storing 50 numbers or making the addition of 50 numbers, we have to create such 50 variables. But we will write it, but it is not in our scope to maintain their numbers, their calculations, and it is so much tricky task for user. So C language provides a solution for this situation, and that is nothing but a array. Means array is nothing but the collection of same types of element collected under one variables. Means this enables the user to access any number of elements of a relative data items using a single name and different subscript. So this is the mechanism of arrays over the simple variables. Now we will cover what is the actual concept behind the array or what is the definition of the array. Now carefully see what I am saying. An array is a group of data items. An array is nothing but a group of data items of the same type of the same type that shares a common name. Okay, this is the actual definition behind the array. I am again explaining it. Array is a group of means collection of means how to declare array. I have shown you previous that you have to write like data type, variable name, then this opening closing square brackets, and here is the size of the array. So group of means this is a group of data items means these data items integer type x of the same type means all are having the same type that shares a common name means that all are known by the x variable. Okay, so there are another different rules associated with this array concept, that are array should be of a single type means same type elements are allowed in the array. Means for example, it can be float type, it can be character type, it can be integer type and so on, but they are all are of the same data type. Now, there is another concept behind the array and that is nothing but array is a linear and homogeneous data structure. What is the linear and what is the homogeneous? Linear means all are stored in a contiguous memory locations either by row wise or column wise. Means there are five elements. You can represent them like row wise or you can represent them by column wise, but in the same sequential manner, that is the linear manner. What is the homogeneous? Homo means same and geneous means type. Means same types elements are allowed in an array. Means they can be of only integer, only character, only float and so on. Now, array is also known as a subscripted variable. What is subscripted variable? Because only one name is assigned to array and individual elements are referenced by specifying a subscript. A subscript is also called as an index. In C, subscript starts at 0 and cannot be negative. I will explain it in detail like, for example, integer x of size 10. When you will acquire opening closing square bracket and specifying any value, it is a subscription. Okay, now they all are having same name means x. They will always start from 0. Means suppose these are 10 elements, it always start from 0. It is nothing but the index of a array. If it is starting from 0, then it will go still one number less than this size because it is starting from 0. But this number cannot be negative. So, these are some mechanisms like a subscription or subscripted variable. Now, there are two types of arrays. First is nothing but one dimensional, means 1D, either one row or one column is present, and second is the multi-dimensional and we can call it as a matrix. So one dimensional is like x of size this and multi-dimensional means you can specify the multiple row, column and depth of that array. Now I will list out some properties related to array. First is the type of an array is the data type of its elements. Type is nothing but the data type. Second is name of an array. For example, I will specify integer x of size 100 then. This is the common name for all the starting from 0 to 99, these all 100 numbers. Then there should be a number of dimensions. What is a dimension? As we have seen here that arrays are of two types, one dimensional and multi-dimensional. So there should be dimension, means one row, one column, two row, two column and so on. Then at the last, the size of an array is the number of elements in each dimension. For example, integer x of size 3. What does it indicate? It is a matrix of 3 rows and 3 columns. Mean totally there are 9 elements in this array present. So these are some basic concepts related to the array. So I will in short summarize the array concept in short. That is, array is nothing but the collection of same data types element collected under the same variable having the homogeneous elements means of the same type, they are having the same name for each element of that array, then there are different number of dimensions and there should be a specific size for each and every dimensions. So this is all about the basic mechanisms related to array. Thank you so much.